All right, day 7 on the Katy/Rock Island Spur. Gonna head into KC today, 34 miles. Rained last night. We had a pretty decent storm. The winds were pretty strong. Had ended up bungee cording my tent to the picnic tables, and you might have heard that, but we've got some thunder, some more storms rolling in. It looks like it's gonna maybe last about 2 hours, so we'll kind of play it by ear. We're almost finished packing up here, but there was some pretty bad lightning, so it might be worth sticking in the shelter for a little bit. Yeah, 34 miles to go. We can't check into the hotel till 3 p.m. anyway, so should be a nice easy ride compared to the rest of the week, so looking forward to that. Got maybe a couple miles of gravel road, about 10 miles of on-road, and then we get back on essentially what is the Rock Island Spur. It'll be going right past the Arrowhead Stadium, and that's pretty much where the bike trail kind of ends and spits you out. And then there's another trail we're going to get on, and some roads with bike lanes into downtown to our hotel. So yeah, just gonna finish getting everything packed up here and hit the road as the weather or storms allow. Alright, it's still raining out here. We're probably going to wait till this little wave that's coming through that's more intense with the lightning, wait for that to pass and then take off. We've got, like I said before, I think we've got like 2 miles of gravel road. Plus, in 10 miles, we'll get back on the trail, and it's crushed limestone, so I'm kind of curious how that's going to hold up. Hopefully it's not, mush soup. So I'm just going to wait a little bit longer and brave the rain. Can't sit here all day. So. Alright, we are at Casey's in the rain here, just having a quick break. It's the first place we could get water, and I got an apple fritter and some caramel coffee thing. Yeah, it's rain's picking up again. It died out a little while we were riding, but it's getting more intense now. We're probably 5 miles, I think, from the trail. Hopefully it'll be a little sheltered there with trees and stuff, but yeah, we're trucking along. It's in the 60s, so it's not too bad. But just sucks it was the last day. We were dry the entire trip. Just a couple rains like during the overnight, but nothing while we were riding. So anyway, we're at our sponsored stop, Casey's. We'll start heading towards the trail again. All right, I don't want to jinx myself, but I do think we're done with the rain. We're on the other side of the storm according to the radar. So it hasn't been too bad. The lightning, there was maybe a couple flashes the whole time we were riding, so I'm glad we waited out that part. It's just been kind of raining and drizzling for the last 10 miles, but looks like it's done. The sky's kind of starting to light up, so yay. Be nice to kind of dry out before we get to the hotel, but we did get stuff washed off, which is nice. The bags, because of all the dust from the limestone on the trails. Yeah, so 24 miles left to downtown KC. We're going to keep following the Rock Island Trail and the surface. I didn't have to ride on the Katy when it was wet because we just didn't have an opportunity. But the Rock Island Trail, awesome. It was still just like concrete. The trail surface was great, so really sheds the water nicely. Very, very happy to see that. We were questioning that this morning because some trails turn to just total mush, once it rains. So very, very happy to see that. So we're gonna continue on here on the Rock Island and interconnect with some other trails and some bike lanes to get us downtown KC. So glad this trail is here because it's a rail bed. All the roads around here are super hilly. It's been that way pretty much the entire trail. The rule is don't leave the trail. Otherwise it's very hilly. That's cool. This tunnel, all the lights are on a motion sensor. So right when you ride under it, they all light up. It was really cool. That is a big old snake. All right, we just stopped at Crane Brewing here, right off the trail, just a couple feet away. There's the trail right there. There's the brewery behind me. So we just had they didn't really have food here, but they have like a charcuterie plate, so that worked out well. We've got maybe 12 to 14 miles left to the hotel, to downtown. We're gonna probably find a super wash or something like that to wash the bikes off before the hotel, because they're just caked in the limestone crud. So shouldn't be too bad. It is 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so we're making good time. Can't check in till 3 o'clock anyway, so it's working out for us. All right, back to the not dusty trail, the mushy trail.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that bad, but it does get all over everything since it's wet. All right, we are at the parking lot of Arrowhead Stadium. And what's the other one for the Kansas City Royals? Kauffman Stadium, I think, for baseball. Kind of neat. It just dumps you out right in the parking lot here. Alright, so we're on the Blue River Trail now. Sort of at about 2.5 miles of road riding between the stadium and this next trail here. Not too bad. Getting closer to the city, so I want to make sure we're on trails or bike lanes. So it's nice to be off the road. And we'll take this until we hit one of these major parkway roads that has a dedicated bike lane, which we'll follow all the way into downtown. That's pretty nice. Alright, it was a little hairy going over the bridge to connect to this other trail. There's so much glass on the sidewalk. It was bad. A bunch of trash too. You kind of expect that when you're in a big city. So
200 feet, keep left on cycleway.
We're on another path here, and then the next road we have to get on is a bike lane. That last one wasn't. It was a little hairy just to cross the river. Alright, so we're all done with the limestone trails. We're just on roads and about 4 miles from the hotel. So we found a water fountain here and filling up the water bottles and going to clean off the bikes because there's a lot of grime from the rain this morning in the trails. Just so we don't look like total slobs and get one less excuse for them to tell us we can't bring the bikes to the room. So if they look clean, they're not going to question it. Alright, we got this nice divided bike lane here. Alright, we made it to our hotel in downtown Kansas City. So we are going to take the little tram, trolley, whatever they have here, the public transportation, and hurry up and go take a look at the Steamboat Museum. They're supposed to have an old one that they like dug up out of the ground that is full of stuff from the 1860s. So it sounds kind of cool to me. Great trip. It was cool to see, all the scenery from St. Charles all the way on through almost to the end of the Katy, not quite to Clinton, and then taking the Rock Island Spur to Kansas City. I think my dad summed it up pretty perfectly when he said the Katy is like the Disneyland of the bike touring world. I've never seen so many people on touring bikes, bike packing setups, easily over 50 on the trail that we saw. And I'm sure there were lots of others that were, that we didn't even cross paths with that were going the same direction as us. It was just amazing. And the people in Missouri are just super friendly. And we got recommendations for all kinds of, to stop in Herman, which we weren't going to originally, a couple other places like to eat and to camp. So definitely a great opportunity to bike if you get it. It was a great ride. I would definitely do it again, maybe going the opposite way. It just happened to work out transportation wise that starting in St. Charles and ending in Kansas City was the best. But yeah, tomorrow we'll get our rental car. It's only about a block away, and we'll drive back to Chicago. It's going to be probably a 7 or 8 hour drive, so not terrible. So we're going to go explore downtown Kansas City, get something to eat, get a beer or two, and check out that Steamboat Museum. Sounds pretty exciting. So until then, I will see you guys on the next one.